We're live.
Let's go! It's Stay Cashin on Friday, Evan. It's not Monday. It's
It is.
Friday,
It is indeed Friday.
and there's a member of the team missing.
Yeah, yeah. The line we set the line at 3.5, and now one week he misses two shows in 1 week. That line is moving, and I think we're gonna go over the 3.5.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
we started it at 3.5. It got steamed right to 4.5 right off the get go.
I
And
think it's got to
now
be at like six now.
it's
Six.
now we're sitting at 5.5, 6. Yeah, for sure.
Some books you might be able to get 5.5.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
5.5 on DraftKings last night, but it was like minus 190. So I don't know if we want
Yeah.
to take the juice or not.
Low juiced.
Yeah, he I don't know. He went out yesterday, and now he's gone. So
Gone
the
forever.
show must go on. Rackets, how did you like the first of all, what's up, Rackets?
Nothing, Bill Rupp. I got fucking killed in that football game last night. I got fucking bludgeoned every possible way you could imagine. Not good. No bueno.
Yeah, that under had 0% chance of hitting in the first
The
half.
Right.
of
fucking
full
the
game.
under,
Right.
the first half under, everything.
Right
just
off the bat.
obliterated.
Soon as they got
Obliterated.
that first touchdown, right? In like the first 2 minutes, it was over.
Yep.
And then we had like a little bit of chance. They went, field goals for a little bit. There was 13 points until late in the second quarter, and then all of a sudden you had fucking two pick sixes and another touchdown. It just went to shit real quick.
It was a sweat
Yeah.
until the Cardinals scored that last one, and then they just opened the fucking floodgates.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was two touchdowns though, each team each half, Rackets.
Yep. And I got Jawan Johnson, who I mentioned on the roundtable, not last week, but the week before, because he had a good matchup. And Mike Constantino absolutely obliterated me for it. Ended up catching two touchdowns last night. So
Yeah. So it's pretty yeah, I mean I got my Hill touchdown. I got that.
Actually, I put that in a same game parlay. The Hill touchdown and then Kamara receptions and Kamara receiving yards came out to plus 540 with the DraftKings bonus in that hit. So
Nice.
thanks to Stay Cashin.
Nice. Andy Dalton, I mean, what'd you think of it, Rackets? He had 300.
I mean, he just gave away so many points, Bill. So many points.
Four touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
He could have easily had 6 touchdowns.
Olave, another monster game, but no touchdowns. Couldn't get in the box.
Kamara, no touchdowns either.
And then you had Kyler, who really, for all them points, 42 points, 204 and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, it was all the defense, man. It was all those pick sixes.
He didn't even get his rushing yards.
Nope.
Also, he didn't. Yeah, I was betting his rushing yards live because I thought the game was going to be fucking somewhat close. It ended with a close score, but it really wasn't close because of those 2 picks right before fucking half.
Yep.
Going into half,
The Saints should have won that game. Like the Saints should have won, but
we're going into that half with like a minute 30 or whatever, thinking we're about to hit the halftime draw.
it was 14-all.
And next thing you know, it's fucking they scored 14 points off interceptions.
Yep.
I mean, what the fuck was that?
Yep.
That was the game right there. It was over. There was no way they were going to come back from that. It was over.
Yep, and the Saints actually should have won the game. You take those 2 pick sixes away, and they end up winning by about a touchdown.
What did you think about Hopkins? First game back.
He looked pretty good. I mean, he wasn't.
There was no D. He was open. Like every time I
Yeah.
look on third down, he's standing there wide open. Someone's standing there.
There was no defense played in that game whatsoever at all last night. Which I don't know, man. These totals are like they're so hard to predict.
It's crazy, man. I mean, everything is. I mean, just next thing you know, you're betting somebody, and then fucking what happened? Then Jawan Johnson ends up having 2 touchdowns. I mean,
Yep.
you don't know what the hell's going to happen. So I don't know. It was a lot of scoring last night, but a lot of crazy bullshit. Those 2 interceptions really fucked the whole game. I had the Saints in a parlay, got fucked. So
The Saints that was the right side. It's just Andy Dalton got fucking jacked that all up.
yeah. So obviously the top headline today, besides the football game, is the trade, right?
Yeah, we'll start with the trade, and then we have one more news, and then we'll get to all the bets and stuff. But yeah, Christian McCaffery going to the 49ers for a second, third, and fourth round pick in 2023 and a fifth round pick in 2024. Thoughts?
I mean,
you put Kyle Shanahan, you give him literally one of the best running backs and best players in football, most versatile player in football, and now just in their 21 formation, you're gonna have Debo, you're gonna have Ayuk, you're gonna have Kittle, you're gonna have Juszczyk, you're gonna have McCaffrey, and I mean, just there's every single playmaker, every single position has a playmaker. They're insane.
I don't know. Like it sucks this weekend because it takes him out of contention for any bets, really. If you want to maybe, I don't know. I don't even know what the books are going to do. Have you? I doubt anything is up now.
I don't think any props are up for him.
Yeah.
They did say that they're going to have him in a red zone package, but going forward, I think he's obviously going to dominate the backfield. But I think that Jeff Wilson will still get some touches. I think it'll be probably like a 60-40 split, 65-35 type split.
Remember when Cam Newton came and they took over at quarterback and they said they were going to do like goal line packages and he had like 3 touchdowns that game? So maybe McCaffrey will have a couple touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I would bet on him, just to get – they want to get him in the box, to get a little used to the team, blah, blah, blah. I think that would be the safest bet if you're going to bet anything or even what they have on him. I don't really know this weekend, but I would definitely take him for a touchdown if they have it. What else is going on, Ev?
I was really hoping Tommy would be here so we could talk about what's happening within the Jets organization right now, but second-year receiver.
Oh, I saw the Elijah Mitchell thing, yeah.
Elijah Moore, yeah. Second-year
or Elijah
receiver,
Moore, yeah.
Second-year receiver Elijah Moore has requested a trade from the Jets after not being utilized, and Robert Saleh, our head coach, was just like, that's not fucking happening. Have you guys heard about this?
I saw he talked to Antonio Brown and Jamal Adams.
No, that's
Oh, was that a troll thing?
That's one of my fake quotes.
Oh, that was your fake thing? I was like, oh man, dude, I'm like, that's amazing.
No, yeah, he did talk to AJ Brown though, because they're good friends from Ole Miss, but I mean, what a fucking stupid situation that guy is.
You can't just fucking be somewhere and then say you don't want to be there. It doesn't fucking work like that.
And he has also proven nothing in the league, and he's pissed about his target share apparently, and because he only had 1 target against the Packers last week. But found some stats. So in the first 17 games of these receivers' careers, here's how many targets they had: Devontae Adams 71. Tyreek Hill, 89, Stephon Diggs, 103, Cooper Kupp, 105, and Elijah Moore with 106 fucking targets, and he's over here bitching in his second year in the league, 6 games in. The Jets have a winning record for the first time in God knows how long, and he wants out.
Bro, just go out there and run your routes and get open, and then the ball will find you. That's it. That's it, exactly. Do the things you're supposed to do, and things will happen. That's all it is. Go out, run your routes, you'll be open, and maybe he'll throw it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
And I mean, there's people like breaking down his film now. He's doing these half-ass routes. Like, he's just a fucking child. And we knew he was a child from Ole Miss when they played whoever, but he like pissed on the field and he got a penalty for that and they lost the game. But like,
just, you know what? Then sit. Then how about that? Sit on the bench.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing this week. Like they got him back and they're like, dude, we're not fucking trading you. I don't know what you're doing. Who do you think you are? So now,
just sit on the bench, you fucking little crybaby.
I give him 2 weeks. He'll be back. But Denzel Mims is he got activated. He'll be against the Broncos. Hopefully we see him pop off and shit on Elijah a little bit because fuck that guy trying to throw a wrench in the winning season already. Fuck him.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. I hate when guys do that. What else, F?
That's pretty much all I got for today. We can head on to NBA bets.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I told everybody yesterday, the Clippers, it was part of my parlay with the Astros. They came through. 103.97. It was a little closer than I thought. But again, the Lakers really have no bench. I mean, they got some work out of their bench, but other than that, I mean, again, LeBron, another double-double, 20 and 10. AD 25 and 8. Russell Westbrook was pretty much non-existent yesterday.
0 for 11.
Did you see his press conference or his they asked him about the game after, and he's like, they're like, how do you feel about your game tonight? His 0 for 11, and he's like, solid, good game.
Oh, that's disgusting, bro. There's no – if he had 10 points, they win that game. He had fucking 2 points, bro. 0 for 6 from 3, which I don't even know why he's shooting 6 threes. 0 for 11 from the field. 3 rebounds, 4 assists.
1 turnover.
What happened?
He had 1 turnover.
Yeah, 1 turnover, which he wasn't even involved in the game. So the turnovers lost, which was low. But I'll take the win with the Clippers and parlayed that with the Astros plus 144. So I'll take that. Other than that, the other game pretty much, was closer than I thought. I thought the Bucks were going to win. But then they pulled it out, and they got the win anyway. So a little bit of a low-scoring game there. First game, it wasn't really over 100. So Tommy was talking about that yesterday. Hoffman texted me. He has a bet for the NBA today. The Knicks and the Grizzlies parlay. I guess it comes out to minus 110. Let me just check that again. The Knicks minus 300. Ooh, Tom going against Tommy G's Detroit Pistons. And the Grizz, yeah, I got minus 123 on MGM, so I guess wherever Hoffman got it, minus 110 is a lot better than that. Yeah, I mean, that's Knicks should win. Tommy would go against that. And I like Memphis a lot. So I like that parlay. I'm also looking tonight. Going back to my boy. Let's see, what is this? Player props. I got rebounds here. Zion, they moved it. God damn it. I saw it lower this morning. 8.5 rebounds. I'm going to stay away from that, guys. I liked it a lot less when it was lower last week. So definitely not on that. But I am on Hoffman's parlay. I had already put that in. Let me see if anybody else.
Aber has a few plays out if we want to give out one of them.
Yeah, I was just looking. What's he got?
Let's just do – how about this one? We'll go Paolo Banchero over 16.5 points plus 105.
I like that. Played awesome his first game. He looked very good. He looks like a totally different player. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's great. Guys, come join 4dbets.com. We got that promo running now for the rest of the year. And you'll get all the plays. We're going to have a lot of props tonight for the NBA. There's a lot of games, guys. I'm going to put up a few props, a couple first baskets, and the parlay that's already there. A lot of stuff going on. So join 4dbets.com. Come over here and get the props. I'll definitely have something on that Pelicans game. I just don't know what yet with Zion. Zion's one of my favorite players. His injuries and everything fucked him so far, but I think he has a good year this year. So I'll definitely be doing something with him. What else we got, Ev?
Yeah, guys, we will be doing UFC bets. There's literally just not enough space over here to put everything. So we will be doing UFC bets. We'll also be doing MLB too. Is there MLB tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, there's MLB all weekend.
All right, so we'll be doing MLB too. And also, so I said we're going to give out some giveaways, but we do have to hit 300 viewers and 150 likes. So guys, do that right now. But we're going to do it a little different today. If you guys go to the 4dbets.com Twitter, at 4dbets_, and retweet this tweet, I will pick one person at the end of the show, and I will give you a free week of our DFS package. So do that now. Comment in the little thing over here. Just say done or something like I retweeted it, and then I'll pick you out, and by the end of the show, I'll get you good.
Let's go. Somebody said something about a soccer bet. I do have a soccer bet from our boy Kababble, our soccer guy. P- PSG money line. And that match to go over 2.5 goals is minus 135. So PSG money line it's the same game pile. PSG money line and over 2.5 goals minus 135. I do like that also. PSG is one of my favorite teams, and over 2.5 goals minus 135. Love it. I'm on it. Let's go. So there you go, guys. You said you were asking for a soccer bet. There you go. You got a soccer bet. Love it.
Bill, do you have any NHL bets?
NHL. Let's see. I do have one. I wrote it in the thing. Where was it?
I can find it.
Totals. I do like the these two out. Lightning. And what was the other one? The Avalanche. Total. The Lightning over 2.5 goals and the Avalanche over 2.5 goals comes to minus 137. I think both teams should hit that easily. And that's what I like in the hockey. Tommy hit his Zibanejad yesterday, shots. That was pretty easy. Of course, I had it parlayed with the under first half on the football game, Rackets. So
I had that same thing.
I had the under 43.5 parlayed with fucking everything yesterday.
Unreal, right?
So gross, dude. I got killed yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it happens, you know? I had a couple parlays ending with the Saints that I never even hedged. And it just couldn't, it got away from me. I mean, I thought the game was going to be close, and I waited, and those two picks came so fast, I just couldn't do anything. It was stupid.
No, and it was over by the time.
Yeah.
It was as soon as that happened.
And I had the Astros with it, and of course the Astro game was close, so I really couldn't do anything until that game was over too. Got fucked. But yeah, that's it. NHL today, there's only 3 games. So small slate, more over the weekend, and you'll have to join 4dbets.com to get the rest of them. But that over goals today, I really like. I like a lot. I am on that. I bet that this morning.
Let's we can hop into MLB, and then Howie's going to come in and talk some college football for us.
All right. Rackets, baseball.
Yankees are in trouble, dude.
I mean, we already knew this, right?
Yankees are in trouble.
We already knew this was going to happen.
They needed to steal one of those 2 games. They kind of had a position to do it game 1 last night. So Severino pitched good, man. He was not the problem. He was one bad pitch to Bregman, and that was the fucking game. So it sucks to lose 2 games where Yordan Alvarez and Altuve did absolutely nothing, but Yankees are in trouble. That's not good. Cole and Nestor coming up.
Pena's stepping up, and Bregman had that.
Fucking Bregman. Yep.
Bregman had that monster home run. And I told Tommy the other day, Bregman's dangerous, bro, in the playoffs. He just sits around. He's that little bit down in the order. He's fucking just comes through all the time. Every time I see this fucking guy, comes through.
The only issue I have is the Matt Carpenter thing. Like, I understand why he's on the roster, but, like, bro, you can't just go from being out for 2 months and then just, like, into the playoffs, into the championship series, bro. Like, you need at-bats before that.
Too much.
What the fuck?
Too much expectations out of him, bro. He had that fucking whatever amount of games, 50, 60, that he just dominated baseball. And then, and then obviously, then he got hurt. That was it. We all knew that. I mean, we got what we got out of him. And now he's fucking done, and we can't expect
that. Should have been it.
Yeah.
That should have been it.
He shouldn't be on the roster. He shouldn't be playing. Maybe if you want to have him DH once in a while, if you wanted to have him on the roster, I don't know.
Yeah, but you can't be popping him into these pinch-hitting spots and expecting him to hit the home runs that he hit over the summer when he was hot, when he hasn't played in 2 months. Like, that, it's just – it's not – it's you can't do that.
I mean, all the Yankees can hope for now is pretty much they don't get swept, right?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
Cole and Nestor coming up. I think they win. I think they get the Cole game, and the Nestor game is interesting if you can get it to 2-2, even if you win all three, I don't think you're going to win a game in Houston. So I think the series is over anyways, but I think Cole and Nestor make it at least interesting.
Howie, what'd you think about the Yankees yesterday?
Jesus. Well, I mean, I thought we had a good chance to win it. We just, I mean, we couldn't catch a break yesterday. I mean, bad call here, bad call there. A couple hits should have dropped, didn't. But no, you're right. We got to get the porn star on the mound, man. We got to get Nestor and that mojo going. Take 3 in a row, go back to Houston, hope for a miracle.
Gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think that's what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Gonna be tough.
Just win one. Get it to 2-1. The cool thing is you got 3 games right in a row. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Catch one, tie it up 2-2. Get a little confidence going, 3-2, and then you go back to Houston. You got to have a miracle because that's a tough place to win.
Yeah, it is. Rackets, what do you think about the game tonight? I mean, me and you are probably on the same side.
Phillies. Love the Phillies. I hate Ranger Suarez too, but I like the Phillies tonight at home. I think that environment's crazy. The Padres got lucky to get game 2. That series really should be 2-0 Philly, going back to Philly. But even so, ideal situation for them before the series started was split there and then take it back home. So they got what they wanted.
Yeah, Ev, I'm on the Phillies minus 105. I think Rackets is also.
Yes.
We like that a lot. Tommy's on the Padres.
Yep.
But I think the Phillies coming home. I think it's a big advantage. Suarez, Musgrove, I believe, has been cheating. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But that's the bet.
I think Harper goes yard tonight. I'm calling a Harper bomb tonight.
Are you putting that out?
Maybe.
All right. Well, let's see what I see. Harper at plus 350 on MGM. MGM's not the best. MGM's
that's not great
for home runs. Let me see if I get it anywhere else. 360 on FanDuel. Yeah, so it's really not that great.
It's not that great. I think he homers tonight.
Well, there you go, guys. If you want to take it, take it. I like the odds. Rackets a little apprehensive about it, but I like it.
I was thinking it would be about like 450. Home runs are hard to do, man. Like 350 is kind of meh.
Yeah. Bryce has been hitting the ball, though.
Bryce is locked in.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that one. Howie, what's going on in college football this weekend?
Got a lot of games, man. A lot of games this weekend. Only one I like tonight. Last night was wild. We had Troy State. Actually, forget about covering the spread. They went in and actually won last night. Tonight I like Alabama Birmingham. That's good. That's a game. You got 2 great teams. Both solid teams, but I like UAB tonight plus the 1.5.
All right, awesome.
One game I like tonight. I think the other game was just 2 horrible teams. I looked it up, and I don't like either one of them.
All right. What about over the weekend?
This weekend we got some good games. You got the MAC. I like 2 games in the MAC. I like Kent State laying 18.5 at home. Kent State's played a tough schedule this year. Gave University of Georgia a good game, number 1 team in the country. They're laying 18.5 at home. The other game is University of Buffalo. University of Buffalo's at home. They're actually plus 7.5. I like him at home. That's a pretty good environment up there. They're playing Toledo, one of the top teams in that conference. But they're plus 7.5 at home. I think they cover that easily. So those are 2 MAC games I like. I like Kent State. I like Buffalo.
What do you think about that Clemson-Syracuse game?
That's one of the games that there's 2 games I absolutely love this weekend, and that's one of them. I think giving Syracuse 14.5 is insane. And only because if you look at the past 8 years, I think Syracuse is 6-2 against Clemson. I mean, even in the years where they suck, they always cover. So I can see Syracuse even winning that game. I don't think Clemson's that great. The conference is down. Syracuse is undefeated. They beat some pretty good teams. I could see them possibly winning that game, but they're going to cover that 14.5. Love Syracuse. Love it.
Yeah.
And, of course, the other game, man, I would hate to be Mississippi State going into Alabama after last weekend. Alabama's going to win that game by 40 points. I mean, they're laying 21. That's going to be an absolute beatdown. If you look at the past, 20 years, that's one school, Mississippi State, that they always toss a beating on. They just match up well against them, always beat them, and they're just primed to get thrashed after losing that tough one at Tennessee last week.
Yeah, I see that too. I like that also. I think he's going to have them ready.
Yeah.
They're just going to score a ton. They're not going to take their foot off the gas. They're just going to.
No, because, he's got to get back in the top 4. So,
yeah, exactly.
Pressure's on a little bit. Every week I always talk about the Sun Belt Conference, and I always talk about Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern upset number 19 James Madison last week. Huge upset. They beat them at home. Now they got to go to Old Dominion. I think they'll be still on that high. I don't think they're going to be ready for Old Dominion. Old Dominion is -2.5. I like Old Dominion against Georgia Southern at Old Dominion. I think that's a pretty good game. I think Southern's going to have a little bit of a letdown coming off that huge win, and they may lose by 14 points there.
All right. Awesome.
Another big one. Yeah.
Awesome. I am definitely with you all on the Alabama game, and I like that Syracuse too with the points. That might be a perfect teaser too also.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both those, especially Syracuse. Syracuse is a team that honestly has the talent to go down and knock them off. I think 3 years ago, they were I think Clemson was -24, 25, and Syracuse literally had the ball on like the 10-yard line, get ready to punch it in for the win, and they fumbled. So, yeah, I can see them going down and knocking them off.
Yeah, great. I love it. I'm with you also. Anything else you like over the weekend? Any other sports or anything else?
I'll tell you, I got one right now for you. I don't know shit about MMA, but my boy Aljamain Sterling is fighting Saturday night. He went to my college, and I like him. I like him Saturday. He's going to put a beat down on that Dildo Shaw, whatever the fuck his name is, from Tennessee or something. Yeah, he's going to put a beat down on that mutant. I think I saw he was like 165 or something, but I think that's a solid lock. That kid I talked to guys back at the school. I used to coach basketball there, and they say he was one of the best wrestlers the school ever had. Like, he would wrestle against D1 guys and beat the piss out of them. So
nice.
That's the one fight I'll watch Saturday. I'm excited.
All right, let's go. Now we're betting a little UFC. Let's go.
Yeah. First time. Aljamain Sterling, whatever his name is, but he's going to put a beat down. Do whatever that kid name. He's from he grew up, I think, in like the mountains of Tennessee or something, fucking selling moonshine with his family. I don't know, but he looks like a mute, but I think he's going to take a beat down Saturday.
Rackets and I love that show, Moonshiners.
Yeah.
Love it. It's the best show.
Got to, man.
Mike, what do you think about that surprise UFC pick that Howie just gave us? Did you hear?
I just got on right now. I'm not in my office, so I couldn't watch it. I was in the waiting room. What'd he give?
Aljamain Sterling.
I love Aljo.
He's going to put a beat down on the retarded kid from Tennessee.
TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Mike, he called him
TJ Dillashaw from California.
Oh, he's from California?
Yeah.
I thought he was from Tennessee. I don't know. I can't tell, man. Those little bald white guys all look alike.
I like Aljo too.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's national world television, TV. He's going to put a beat down on him. I think that's like the lock of the weekend.
All right, Howie. Awesome. Thank you very much, bud.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
Yep. Later, bud.
Later,
Hey,
Howie.
Howie.
Mike, what's up?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Mike?
Mike, turn your
Something looks
camera
different.
sideways.
Something looks different.
Yeah, your camera, he said.
There you
Is
go.
that better?
There you go.
Something looks different on this show. What's missing?
I mean, no different than Monday.
No different than Monday.
We didn't have that prop. We had the total of 4.5, but we didn't have that prop. A double week miss.
A
That must have been like
two-week,
what? Plus 280, plus
It's
380.
like,
It couldn't have been that.
it's like 2 touchdowns in one game.
All right. Well, guess what? You got us here. So last night I released a Hopkins prop for 2 units over 63.5 yards. I felt very confident on that. I'm not really a live better of props, but watching the game flow, I would have kept hitting Hopkins like you guys sometimes scale in, like during the game. I know Tommy does and Bill, you guys do as well, but that connection is back. And I think it may have lit a spark as long as with the fight with, Kyler on the sidelines a little bit too, but I like that spot. I love NFL this week, and I believe that's where we're at now. Just fill me in if I'm doing UFC right now, or if you want to get into
I guess
NFL.
let's
Let's do NFL. NFL.
Okay,
before.
let's go to the NFL. So Mike, start off with what you like.
Well, I know we have our roundtable show tonight, and it will be for free, so make sure you tune in. Evan, I'm sure you're going to post the details, but I think that now, as things are settling in, and you're seeing teams
who's going to host tonight?
Well, Healy's always the host, right? And I will be participating along with Joe Tennis and our special guest, Scarface, one of the greatest names in DFS and greatest players, Jerry Durgali.
Rackets, you on there tonight too?
And maybe Tommy G.
Every week, dude.
Wow, so Tommy G. So there's gonna be 5 of you guys.
Tommy will be
If
back.
Tommy
tonight,
makes
I'm
it.
sure. Maybe.
If Tommy makes it.
When was the last time you guys heard from him?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. He went out
But
with
like
Trevor.
at night?
He went out with Trevor last night.
I saw that.
Trevor plays darts, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
somehow he got sucked into a dart tournament or something because Trevor's guy didn't show up, and then he's like typing in the chat. He's like, "Oh my God, guys, you're never gonna believe what I hit. I just hit an 18-star 3 dart combo, blah blah blah." No one knows what the fuck he's talking.
Nobody knew what the fuck he was talking about.
I'm like, Tommy, nobody gives a fuck.
Well,
Should be
that
at the very
definitely
end
led
of the
to his
Yankee game, too.
absence
We're like, shut up,
today.
Tommy.
Yeah.
That definitely led to his absence today. But to answer your question about NFL, so I think things are settling in, like I said, and you see a lot of favorites this week that are in that touchdown range, that's 6 to 7, and that's like right up my wheelhouse because I like to play teasers, and I think like Dallas, for instance, is going to dismantle Detroit. I really feel strong about that for DFS purposes in that game. CeeDee Lamb, but Detroit can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. I think it might even be Zeke week finally, and I got him on my fantasy team. But there's a lot of teams that fit into that mold, up and down the board, including Sunday night game, with Miami, the Raiders in the afternoon window. There's another 1:00 game. I can't pull it up on my phone, the schedule, but there was another one of those like 7-point games, Cincinnati. I really like at home. Against Atlanta. So I like a lot of games that fall into that mode. If there's any game specific, you want my opinion on, or, we could save it for tonight, but those are the ones that jump out to me. Kansas City, even. I think they're going to blow San Fran out there.
Okay. Rackets.
Steve, we differ there. I think the 49ers, I like the 49ers a lot even before the trade yesterday. I think a lot of people are going to be on them now. But 49ers money line was one of my plays this week. Coming off of getting the beating that they took in Atlanta last week, Kyle Shanahan's that's not going to fly. The 49ers are they play up to the level of the competition. Super Bowl rematch. Niners are out for blood this week. I like the Niners a lot.
Well, injuries play into it too, right? Because last week their entire front four were out on defense, and I didn't get there yet. And it's not one of my games for tonight. But, at first look, when the line came out at 1.5, I wanted to bet it. And I don't usually bet early. I had a feeling that, it was going to move. And the Sharps actually hit Kansas City hard. I do think on that game, Rackets, that it's not going to be a high-scoring game. Both teams – well, first off, San Fran's defense is phenomenal, right? Both. versus pass and run. But Kansas City's very good against the run. And now you have Christian McCaffery that'll be onboarded. What does that do for the psyche of the locker room? Does that make the other running backs run harder here? Is it like, hey, let's take a week off, go into the bye, and then come out and play the Rams, a division game, and get through this week or whatever it is. So I don't know how they're going to respond to that, but you know what you're getting with the Chiefs. And I like them to win the game, but I could see more of a slugfest, low-scoring game here and not an offensive eruption.
All right.
I'm with it.
Yeah, kind of with you on that. Evan, I am all over. First week Rackets. I'm going to do it. I'm taking the Giants.
Oh boy.
Yep, I'm going with them.
Oh boy.
I'm going with the hometown team. It's a hometown bet. They play.
Is this a proximity bet though, Rupp?
Proximity.
Because you live right there.
10 minutes from my house. That's what I'm doing. Proximity bet, baby. Lost my first proximity bet, but I'm coming back strong. Giants plus 140. I love it. I'm not even taking the 3 Rackets. I'm going right for the money line and think they win straight out.
Say it with the chest, though, Rupp.
And also in that game, I love Daniel Jones rushing. Second halves of games, he just takes the ball. They don't really have great receivers. Him and Saquon are that whole team. Saquon should have another, decent game. I know Jacksonville's defense is good, but I think Daniel Jones and Saquon.
They're good versus the run, Bill.
What?
Jacksonville has a very good defense against the run.
Said, I know they have a great D. I think the Giants are just too much for them this weekend. And I like Daniel Jones 36.5, and I like the Giants to win. That's going
to be a good game to see who's kind of for real between the Jaguars and the Giants, because the Jaguars coming off that game where they just gave up 34 to the Colts. You're kind of saying, okay, maybe they're pretenders now after the first month that they had. And the Giants, everybody's been saying that they're a pretender anyway. So I think this is a good. So that's a sneaky good game this weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's a letdown spot for the Giants. I have to give you opposition there because when I first looked at this game,
I'm kind of with you with that a little bit, Mike. I think there's a rebound spot on the Jags.
Not only that, but a letdown for the Giants. They came off a huge home win against Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, and it was an emotional game. As I said last week, they were going to play that game for Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator. So there are a lot of emotions involved. They were down early, came back. You get a big win. I think it's a letdown spot. Now they got to hit the road, go down south, play the Jaguars. You build up to stop Lamar Jackson and the hype train, and you play a team like the Jaguars. It's a perfect letdown spot. So I'd be careful on the Giants side this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go with them. I like them. I think that they could pull it off. I don't really trust the Jaguars offense at all. So we're going to see what happens. 1 o'clock Sunday. What do you think about Tampa Bay, Mike, over Carolina? Tampa Bay minus 13. Should Tampa Bay be minus?
Tampa Bay broke my heart.
Should they be minus?
They broke
13
my heart
to
last
anyone?
week. Yeah, I mean, I would never lay 13, and the line is so high that it's I wouldn't play even the money line. But Tampa Bay broke my heart last week, and they're in that grouping of teams that I said are just broken. Like the Packers, like what the fuck is wrong with them? Like Tampa Bay, they look broken to me. But it's a great matchup for DFS purposes for Godwin in the slot in that game, as well as Mike Evans, who historically owns them. And then you get Carolina. Coach gets fired, and then Wilkes comes in, gets the job, fires essentially Robbie Anderson on the sidelines, trades him off, and then the back office fucking trades away Christian McCaffery. What kind of message does it send to the team? I mean, if there's ever a get right spot for Tampa, it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is in disarray in Carolina. So I don't lay 13, but it could be one of those like 42 to like 13 or, maybe even like a 52-6 game. Like this could get ugly. But, what does Tampa do even if they do get out to a big lead, right? So.
Rackets, what do you think about the Colts Titans?
I'm on the Colts this week.
No shit.
No shit, right? Surprising. Dude, the offenses look good the last couple weeks. Matt Ryan doesn't look like dog shit. They had 58 pass attempts or 58 dropbacks last week. He didn't get sacked once. They're starting to figure out the offensive line issues. Jonathan Taylor's back. I don't know if he's going to get 100% of the carries or whatnot, if he's even 100% healthy, but he was at practice pretty much all week this week. I This is literally a playoff game for them just because of their record within the division. So they've already lost to the Titans, and I think they're 1-2 within the division right now. So if they go and they're tied for the lead. So if you go to 1-3 in the division and the Titans have beaten you twice, now you have to make up 4 games to win the division. So this is about as much of a playoff game as it's going to get for the Colts this early in the season. They're coming in with momentum. Their offense looks pretty good right now. I told you last week Alec Pierce was he was becoming Matt Ryan's guy. He went to him on that third down, won the game. There was a lot of Pittman last week too. So you're seeing the receivers kind of come out. I think you're going to see a little bit more Naheem Hines in the slot. And like I said, Taylor's back. So I like the Colts a lot this week. The Titans, what have the Titans done in the second half of the season? But they might get out to an early lead in the first half, but this might be another double result game. The Colts don't play well in the first half. Might take the Titans in the first half. Colts to win the game. It's probably plus 700. That's probably my favorite bet of the weekend. Completely honest with you.
All right. Awesome. Guys, join 40bets.com. You'll get everybody else's bets. We'll get all the props that we can't give you now because most of them aren't out. And, get all the bets there. We have this special running now, right, Mike, for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great deal. It's essentially 6 weeks for free. It's the rest of the year, every single sport for only $169. So that is a great deal, especially with NBA here. College is going to start. All football, baseball playoffs, NBA, hockey, UFC. I mean, it's it. Get in, get it now. It's worth it for the whole year. Most importantly, our betting community, our Discord. That's what separates us from the rest. Bill, Rackets, everybody, Evan, myself, Tommy, everybody's in there, giving picks all day, all night. You get alerts. So that's worth the price alone. So definitely take advantage of that.
It's not even us, too. It's the people who've been with us for like the past couple of years. They're putting out bets before the game starts. And a lot of them are hitting. Like the chat is coming up with bets. Yeah. Like I bet a few of them the other day that they came up with, which is awesome. It's the community, like you said. Everybody's helping everybody out. And, some people find it like, bro, there's how many games are there on Saturday, Sunday? You can't find everything. You can't research every game. So somebody might see something that I don't see, and I'll take it. I'm always up for information. So that's the best.
Yeah, I mean, so that's how we get some of our best people, right? That were subscribers. And, not to gloss over it, but the information is valuable. Look at Scarface, Jerry Dergali. He's one of our guys. He wrote an article on the NFL. He posted it as a member, a paid member. You had access to Jerry's article, and he used that article that he wrote and won $316,000 cash plus a seat to the live final, which is what, $3 million to first. And he'll be on the roundtable with us tonight. And, he's just one of many of our content providers. But, we all put our money where our mouth is. So what we give is what we're playing. And to Bill's point, the community and everybody in it specialize in different conferences. They live in different areas. They get different news than we get. So very valuable.
All right, Mike, let's go right into UFC this weekend. We already heard Howie's bet.
All right, I like Aljamain. I'll most likely be betting him in some capacity too, but he's a little bit of a big favorite. I don't know if it was minus 220, 250, but he's up there. But I'll probably use him as a parlay piece. I like him as the better overall fighter. I'm going to go right to the main event. I mean, I'm on the underdog here. I like Charles Oliveira. Like, I can't even believe I can get 160 on him. I get it about Islam Makhachev, and Khabib, in his corner and teammates and all, but he doesn't have Khabib striking, and I don't know if he has Khabib's ability to go multiple rounds, and he is a great wrestler and a great grappler, but so is Charles Oliveira. And not on top of that, Charles Oliveira is a great striker. He's somebody who I cornered against in the UFC, and I remember watching tape on him at the time. He was terrifying. We got him, I think, on his third fight or fourth fight in the UFC, and he was coming off of 3 fight of the night bonuses, like jumping on a guy's back and, knocking somebody out. I mean, he's phenomenal, and he's only been getting better and better and better. And I think he has a massive striking edge here. And I think on the ground, it's going to be very hard. He has been controlled in the past, but this is a 5-round fight. What happens if he doesn't get taken down and knocks out, Islam? Or what happens if he gets taken down and submits him or gets up? I mean, can Makhachev keep that pace of relentless wrestling for 5 rounds? So I really like the underdog in the spot, and I took Oliveira plus 160. So that's one of my free bets here for everybody. And let's rewind to last week. We went 2-0 on the free bets, including a plus 200 prop bet that we hit. So I want to stay hot, and we're going to take plus EV on our next fight as well. So somebody I really like is Sean Brady. As you know, he fought for us regionally, and I saw him develop, and he's undefeated in the UFC. But Bilal Muhammad on the other side is the toughest test of Brady's career, but he's also a test in areas that Brady's good at. So Bilal Muhammad's excellent wrestling, excellent cardio. I feel he's going to have an edge on the feet. And Sean looked a little sucked out at weigh-ins. Yeah, tough travel to Abu Dhabi, and all these other factors that come in. But Bilal Muhammad's got the size advantage here, the experience advantage here, the durability. And if you're going to give me an underdog price on him, I have to take that as well. So the best line I saw out there, Evan, when I text that, I think it was 120. I can't pull it up on my phone. But there's disparity across the different sports books. For instance, Oliveira, I got at plus 160 on DraftKings. And then I saw some as low as plus 140 at spots. But Muhammad, I think it was plus 120 or maybe even a little better. Whatever I typed to Evan, if you can chime in, Evan, is what's live. Because I looked
160. 160 on Oliveira and 120 on Muhammad.
Yeah, Muhammad, 120 it was. So those are the two free bets, two underdogs, Oliveira and Muhammad.
Mike, I see Sterling at minus 175. Is that
well, then that may have come down a little bit because I did see him over 200 earlier in the week.
Yeah, this is DraftKings, minus 175 right now.
And he looked good at weigh-ins, so I don't anticipate any problems there.
All right, awesome, love it. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Get in on the special we got. Ev, we got giveaways, right?
Yes, we do have one giveaway for the DFS package for the week. I'm hand-picking this one, and it's going to be to Cousin Eddie because this guy is always in the chat, always speaking, always saying stuff. So, Cousin Eddie, you want a free week to our DFS side. DM Bill Rupp, not me, not Ghost, not anybody else, just Bill Rupp. He'll get y'all set.
Yeah, at Rupp45 on Twitter. Eddie, DM me, and then I'll get that taken care of for you right away.
Let's go, Cousin Eddie.
Mike, anything else?
Yeah, tonight we're doing the Roundtable show for free on YouTube. So, Evan, I'm sure you're going to post the link. But again, we say this every week that this is our, I feel one of the best sports betting and DFS shows out there with the different minds that we have on it. And now we're adding Scarface, and I can't wait to ask him. I got 3 questions that I want to ask, specifically to him and Healy and Tommy, about different construction builds. So even myself, I'm going to be asking questions to Jerry tonight. So everybody better get in there because we go game by game betting DFS, and you saw the results from last week alone. So, and it's free tonight.
Rackets, anything?
No, Roundtable 9:00.
Okay. Yeah, we missed Rupp and Rackets yesterday. I didn't get home till late, Rackets, so had to do all that stuff with my mom, so that's why
I'll never argue about a day off, Bill Rupp.
That's why we haven't been on duty with that, but we'll get back to it next week. Evan, anything?
Yeah, Roundtable tonight at 9:00. We'll have a whole new layout, whole new stuff. It'll be a blast, a great time, so you guys better be there. It's literally right here on Stay Cashin YouTube. So we'll be here. The link will be here. I'll tweet it out on Stay Cashin. 4 Deep will tweet it out, all that stuff. So just make sure you're here.
So it's going to be just like this?
Yeah, it'll be just like this, like different, schemes, layouts. We'll have all the games over here. We'll go through the games one by one. It'll be a great time.
All right, awesome. Guys, don't miss out on that. And Cousin Eddie, make sure you DM me for that week. Was the DFS, right, Ev?
Yep, just DFS.
Week of DFS. All right, Ev, that about wraps it up. We got nothing else left. We covered everything. And it's just under 3:00. So that's it.
Let's go.
In and out.
Let's
go.
Wow.
Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. Anyone have any last words?
I do. I like Rackets' New York Yankee baseball uniform he's wearing.
Yeah, I think
I got to change up the vibes, man. Fuck yeah.
I think they get swept, but who knows? Let's see.
And Tommy's betting fucking Houston throughout this, which is crazy, right? As such a Yankee diehard, but they're up 2-0, so we'll see you tonight, Roundtable.
It took me so much to bet Houston that game 1. I just had to.
I couldn't do it.
My eyes and click it to take it, and then last night it was easier when I parlayed in with the Clippers, but I think that first home game it's going to be hard again. So let's see what happens. That about wraps it up. We're finished, guys. Thanks for watching, and that's it. Let's go.